Hey Connected Life, Dr. Steve here. Today we are going to talk about rejection, what to do if you are rejected. And I look forward to this because rejection can keep a lot of tension and anxieties and frustrations in the system. So let's go through it, let's clear it. All right, Connected Life, I want to share a personal example with you from just a few short days ago on how to handle rejection. And in fact, I was online and I submitted an application for experts to assist people with relationships. And so I was on this particular site and this particular company, and I submitted my name and went through this big, huge application process that took like a couple hours to apply. And it would have been me answering questions to a forum of people, and it was around the expertise of relationships. And so I submitted my application, and I got the email back that said, "You're rejected, your application has not been accepted, it is not moving forward, and we wish you luck." And I'm like, interesting. The mind starts to spin. What were they looking for? I wonder what I missed. And so it starts plinking around in the brain as to, what I could have done better, what about me wasn't acceptable, whatever, you name it. So anyways, as I was engaging in that, I thought, this is the perfect opportunity because this represents essentially rejection. And whether it's like in the family home, whether it's with a significant other or a partner, whoever it is, rejection, no doubt, has been a part of our life for a long time. I mean, since the earliest parts of school, you want to be accepted by people, you want to be liked by people, you want to be involved in, that's part of just being in the community, is being accepted, and a fear is about being rejected. So I got rejected in that sense, and so I thought, hey, what a better way to demonstrate exactly what we do to help to let go and to process information in this nervous system than using this example clear and straight away. So I hope this is helpful for you. So when I looked at this, it was really just, for me, a two-step process to break it down so that I could see exactly what was happening. So the first thing I do know is that when I was rejected in that moment, I obviously took time to submit an application, which means I was wishing that I would actually get accepted. Okay, so that's kind of like one little piece, just keep in mind for your mind. Like I was wishing that I would be accepted. Then I was rejected. And so the rejection is interpreted by my body as a threat. So now it activates some degree of a stress response, and I feel threatened by the rejection. So there is the rejection piece, and then there's the wishing that I was accepted. So those two pieces actually go on in the mind. So here's how I address them. I just first ask the question, what's the benefit and value to me of being rejected? So I'm going to show you exactly what I wrote down on a piece of paper. The advantage is it allowed me to recenter my focus. Recenter my focus on my highest priority tasks. Impact the most amount of lives, because when I recenter my focus and I focus on high priority tasks, it allows me to impact the most amount of lives. It gets me back to creating my own content to share my message the way that I want. It gives me a teaching moment, which is what we're actually applying right now. Another experience to do the work, which is what I wrote down here because I value being able to go in and sort through issues and problems, and essentially unimpeded and free to share my message the way that I want. Okay, so those are advantages to me of being rejected. So it gives me essentially the path towards doing what I want and unimpeded and free to share my content and share my ideas the way that I freely feel I want to do. So that was great. So advantages, cool. Well, that's still that part of me that says, well, but like life would have been better, or I wish I would have got accepted. Okay, well, how do we deal with that? Well, on the flip side of my paper, I wrote, well, what would be the drawbacks or disadvantages if they had accepted me? Okay, well, if they had accepted me, I would have other projects that would not get finished. I would have had to divide my energy and focus. I couldn't teach the way that I wanted. I would have been sharing my information placed in their rules, under their platform. I would have had a limited expression to teach, and I would have had to take time to learn their system. So when I started writing all that out, I'm like, thank God I wasn't accepted. And lo and behold, I also, in my mind, see, well, these are the cool advantages that I get to recenter my focus and my energy on my high priority tasks so that I could deliver content material the way that I want to. And I'm more free and unencumbered to do that. So here's what I want you to think about, is that whether it's a person or a thing or an event or whatever that is around rejection, you can go through the same process. So if it's somebody that rejected you, because I'm assuming somebody rejected me in this platform, if somebody rejects you right to your face, or they send you a text message or whatever that is in an email, you can go through the same process. Because essentially each experience comes with both things that are supporting you and things that are challenging you. And the idea is to see how it's assisting you in your evolution. I could see how this rejection is assisting me in my evolution because it's helping me to come back into authenticity of what's most important to me, to share freely and openly the information and the teachings that I have. And then also where I would have been bound and tight if I would have been accepted. And so again, what that allows me to do is just be more accepting and let go of that little piece. It's like, okay, yeah, great, it didn't work out. And I continue on without it grinding in the nervous system and having me overcompensate next time or worry about being rejected in the future. It's like, no, I've kind of like worked through that piece of information. So again, really important in relationships, because if you get rejected and you don't integrate the information in a healthy way, you're going to be fearful, nervous moving forward about being rejected again and not seeing the value and order in it for you in your future and how it's serving your life to actually be rejected at times. So that's why I did this. I want to make sure that I was internally crystal clear how this moment of rejection served my life moving forward. Therefore, I'm not worried about being rejected in the future. It just dissolves that energy and tension of the past so I can be more authentic moving forward. And I encourage you to do the exact same thing with maybe people or circumstance or events that still kind of grind on you, that maybe happened a year or two ago that just hasn't been just clearly thought out yet. And you can do this exact same exercise. So anyway, I hope this is helpful for you. I feel like if you did this, and you can kind of get my template and my example of how I would actually work through something of rejection, I think that it can work the same for you. I hope it does. And let me know in the comments below if there's any questions, and I'd love to answer them and field them if there are. So anyways, have a wonderful day. Work through the rejection, clear the past so we could move more authentically forward in the future. I'm Dr. Steve. Take care. Hey guys, Dr. Steve here. If you hate this channel, leave a nasty comment below and don't subscribe. But if you do like this content, I'd love for you to be able to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a wonderful, inspiring comment below as to what you're learning. So we'll talk to you soon.